what do we understand by good leadership, and what do we teach on good leadership, and who do we hold up as the role models for good leadership? And I think we've had a generation now where the people we've held up have been that generation of, very decisive, very charismatic, but very directive leaders. And so part of it is really understanding and showing that was perhaps a style for its time, but it no longer matches the challenges we face today, because you can't solve these complex problems by having that kind of simplistic, power, ego-driven leadership. And so we have to now find the role models, and I give many in the book, that show that it can be more effective today to be that quiet leader, to be that leader who listens, who uses teams to solve problems rather than tries to take all the credit themselves. We've known this for a while. I mean, Sir Jim Collins, in his Good to Great study and book, had 5 levels of leadership in companies that had gone to become great companies. And level 5 was, he just called it level 5, but essentially was quiet leadership. Level 4 was the typical charismatic leader that we think of. It's less effective than this other style of leadership. So I think it is a case of, giving, you talk about giving confidence, showing leaders examples of other successful leaders who are not that stereotype of the selfish, ego-driven, power-driven leader, and showing how they are really doing some amazing things. And, fortunately, we do have more and more examples of those. Some are in big companies, some are in startups, and some are running NGOs. The whole social entrepreneurship movement, I think, is bringing us many interesting people that are not putting themselves first, but putting the cause first, and people want to follow them because of that. So, yeah, the confidence comes from not feeling alone in this. We are social animals. And so as soon as we can see that we're part of a movement, it's a positive movement, and that we're actually part of a winning trend, and that the more successful people are the people who are taking a different kind of leadership, a different style,